Good day to you. Some shower wisdom, which is pretty easy to get under this beautiful, beautiful mountain spring water. So this morning I was just sitting in bed with a cuppa and pondering creation, and I was listening to a bit of Greg Braden and thinking about, he was actually talking about the lost gospel of St. Thomas that they discovered, and it's also very much in Buddhist teachings about how to create, how to have. And if you've been listening to the recordings from Wallace D. Wattle that I'm posting, if you haven't, please do. And if you have, you would know, he's talking about the formless stuff of creation, It's the same stuff, same principles, different language, all that kind of thing. But these points this morning that were in the Gospel of St. Thomas, I really enjoyed rehearing those again. And it was when you're asking for what you want to have in your life, a few points that you need to really be present with, and that is you're asking with no judgment. So you're asking not with the thought of whether it's right or wrong or good or bad. You're actually asking for what's going to create more joy in your life, more joy in your reality. Many of us, I'd say most of us on the planet, but certainly many of us at this time are really asking for a very different reality to show up. And so it's about not going into judgment of whether it's right or wrong or good or bad. What is it that we're actually asking for? What will light us up? What will make us exude joy and all those things? And so you're not asking with judgment. You're not asking with ego. So it's not about whether I deserve this or whether I don't deserve it. There's no questions about that. It's the practice of, this is what I'd like to have show up in my life. So no judgment, no ego, and from the heart. You know how we have actually three brains? We have the brain up here. Amazing, amazing tool, but if we let it rule us, oh my God, can get out of control. The brain in the heart, over 40,000 neurons in that, in that little brain, and they don't go to judgment or the analysis and the filters that our head brain goes into, And then we have the brain in our gut. But let's just, with this, no judgment, no ego, and the brain in our heart. I'm just going to increase the heat in that water a little bit. And so, and if you're freaking out about the water I'm using, it's really okay. It's a river, and it's beautiful, and there's plenty of it, and underground springs and all sorts. So, no judgment, no ego, and from the heart. So utilizing that worrying, what I'm finding and have found for many years is just having the awareness of things really makes a difference. Even in where we're living right now and what we've created, they are things on a list that I have been asking for quite some time. Like, these lists have been getting written for, I don't know how many years, but a few, whether it's 3, 4, something like that. And this place literally has everything and an added bonus of hydropower. So our actual electricity comes from the river, the water source. It's amazing, 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 But I can go back through books where I write notes, and just excuse me while I turn the water off. Where I write notes and things, and my requests for where we wanted to live, I can see them, and I can see, you know, alterations as it's gone along. So again, asking with no judgment, no thought of what is good and bad and right and wrong. What's going to create more for you? What's going to create more joy for you? Because when we're truly joyful and we have more peace and gratitude, then the world does vibrate differently. And we're seeing that even with all of the sometimes terrifying things that you are seeing going on. There is this continued awakening and more people stepping into asking questions and connecting with spirit and source, however, God, however you want to perceive that energy, yeah? So continue asking for that with no judgment. And we're human, so there's going to be judgment, yeah? And it's about being aware of the judgment and letting that go and asking. And when we go to gratitude, so that power of 3 really links in with that. Stop what you're thinking, stop what you're speaking, stop even moving, you know, frenetically, and just be for a moment and connect with breath. And breathe deep into the body. If you just do that right now as we're interacting, yeah, breathing deep. Your sound is really potent as well. Do you know the benefits of humming? You know, huge. Do 5 minutes of humming at a time, and all sorts of things go on with dropping blood pressure and stress levels, you know, cortisol levels, all of those kind of things, plus lots more. So stop, breathe, and what are you grateful for? And the practice of gratitude is so amazing because there's always more coming from it. And I don't just mean more things, more awareness, more connection, yeah, more peace, more creation, more ease of creation. And so we have the power of 3 there, and then asking, getting clear on what it is. What is it that we want? What are we asking for? What are we asking for globally? What are we asking for personally? Especially, I just dawned on me, it's actually the 31st of December right now. Yeah. So this is a super duper time to actually look at this. And I'm not into making resolutions. I am into looking more than once during the year at what I'm creating, what I'd like to create, what's required, what's working for me, what are the habits and the beliefs and all of those things that it's time to let go of, and what actually creates more in my life, and being open to that change, open to asking the questions. Yeah. One more time. Stop, breathe, go to gratitude. And then what you're asking for, ask with no judgment, no thought of what is good, bad, right or wrong. No ego, nothing about whether you deserve it or don't deserve it, just asking and connecting with the heart and the brain in the heart. You can connect with all of you and the source, that energy, yeah, that spark of all creation, and just be with that. And with no point of view, you know, like it doesn't matter if it doesn't show up immediately. If you just continue to ask and be open to the energies that match that and lead you towards it, yeah? Lead you towards what you're asking to create, how you're asking the world to be, all of those things, yeah? How you're asking for your life day to day to show up. We have to get clear about how we want that, though. And not in relation to anyone else or controlling anyone else. It's about how we'd like our lives to be. How we'd like our reality to be. And on that note, it's been very, very wonderful sharing my shower for the day with you. And on this 31st of December, have your own back. trust you. Yeah. Grow your awareness of how much you know. Gratitude for you.